The cool light of dusk filled the next arch. As we stepped through, we found ourselves on a snow-covered stone pathway high upon a mountain. The gray sky deepened as we walked along, and we soon saw a dim light ahead. The closer we got, we could see an old man in a dark gray hooded, full-length robe. His white hair and beard flowed down to the middle of his chest. On his feet were equally dark gray slippers. He was holding a brightly lit lantern and a tall staff. "Welcome, friends," he said as we drew close. "My name is Antarat. It's been quite a while since I've had visitors, so I hope you will excuse my rusty hospitality. Ina Iekia, you are as beautiful as ever, and your friend here appears quite well." He turned to me and said, "I trust you are climbing the stairs in joy and curiosity. I have a gift to share with you as well. Please come into my humble abode." We entered his fire-warmed cave, softly lit with candles. Hundreds of ancient books lined the walls, and the floor was dotted with deep-pile rugs and overstuffed cushions. He stood his staff just inside the opening, removed his outer garment, and hung it by the hood over a stone outcropping on the wall. He wore a simple tunic, tied at the waist with a rope. He looked like the very caricature of a guru on a mountaintop. Deep wrinkles forged over his brown forehead and deep into his cheeks. Soulful dark brown eyes shone a gentle contentedness of life under dark gray hair. I was entranced. He invited us to sit on the thickest rugs, and he plumped the pillows behind our backs. He then sat cross-legged in front of me, placing his lantern between us, and eyed me intensely. I shifted uncomfortably with the scrutiny, but felt no fear. Soon he started to hum and sway to and fro. He closed his eyes and seemed to be in a trance. When he opened his eyes, I was instructed to look deeply into the light of his lantern. In it glowed a star. "I want you to continue to look at that light," he said. "Concentrate on it. Focus. It is the six-pointed star of Solomon, a symbol of wisdom. Outside my home, it will light only a few steps ahead, but does not reveal the full journey. Relax your eyes and gently rest your eyes on the glow. I'm going to take you to a very special place within you. You will come to love this place, for it belongs only to you and has the most prized possession you will ever own. This treasure comes from the Godhead itself and can never be taken from you. It identifies you as a child of light. Now close your eyes. Imagine that you are standing behind your third eye, the one in the middle of your forehead. As you look out, you see the star in my lantern. But turn to your right and see an archway with a set of silver blue stone steps leading down. The stairway is dim but lit with smaller stars, so you start descending in comfort. There's a handrail on either side if needed. At the first landing are your eyes. As you look through them, from behind them, you see the lantern still glows. You continue down the steps to your nose, and you can smell the cavern rocks and the candles, the fire and the books. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Relax. You keep walking down until you sense your mouth tasting the smoke of the candles and the fire that keeps you warm. You relax even further, but you are not sleepy, just very relaxed. The stairs become steeper as you pass through your throat. The steps are damp and a little slippery, so hold on to the handrail. Inhale again deeply and exhale slowly. Relax even more. Next, as you pass by, you can hear and feel your lungs filling and emptying as you breathe. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Relax fully, but you are not asleep. Your body is comfortable and all is well. Continue down the steps. You now hear your heartbeat. There is nothing wrong. There is no emergency. Slowly inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Breathe. All is well. At your heart level, the stairs stop at a golden door. Notice the intricate scroll work around the edges of the door and the symbol made of circles of white opal in the center. That symbol is known as the flower of life. It is one of the basic sacred geometry shapes that symbolizes creation and the unity of all life. You recognize it because you have seen it many times before, in many different lifetimes. Also on the door are engraved all of your names throughout all of your lifetimes. Reach out. The doorknob is warm to the touch when you turn it. You open the door and walk into your heart space. Inside is a beautiful and lush garden of flowers, bushes, and trees. You have never seen or been to a more beautiful place. Inhale the lushness of the trees, the flowers, the soil and water. Exhale slowly and relax. You follow a pathway that starts on your right. It is lined with glowing rose quartz crystals and emeralds that light the way. As you walk, you enjoy the serenity of nature, the quiet, unhurried pleasure of being here. The path becomes a spiral as you continue to walk along. You are entranced by the beauty inside of you. Soft, gentle music is playing. Do you hear it? It plays a special melody specific to you. This music is the music of your heart and soul. Listen closely and hear the intricate melodies and deep undertones. Do you hear the beauty of you? At the end of the path, in the middle of this garden, stands a large altar with your spirit name written in light language. Remember this name, but do not share it with anyone. It is only for you to know, so when the divine calls to you, you will know to respond. On the altar sits a large tricolor flame. In the middle is a golden yellow flame. From the left swirls a blue flame around the gold flame, and from the right, from the opposite direction, swirls a pink flame. All three blaze in magnificent and glorious unity. This is your threefold flame, your unique God spark. This is your treasure from the Godhead. It is the seed of the divine within your heart chakra. It is the seed of the inner Christ and the inner Buddha that embodies love, wisdom, and power. It is your soul connection to your own divine immortality placed there by your I Am presence. The gold flame represents your portion of divine knowledge and wisdom derived from the divine wisdom of God. It correlates to the mental body within the auric field. The blue flame represents your portion of the divine will and power derived from the divine power of God. It correlates to the strength and stamina of the physical body. The pink flame represents your portion of the divine love and compassion, which is the very nature of God. It correlates to the emotional, feeling body within the auric field. Only when the three plumes are in balance can the threefold flame expand as a whole. Only by learning to balance the flames within, by learning to give and receive love that is pure of heart and intent, can your threefold flame expand and your spiritual light and power increase exponentially, so that it will eventually envelop your entire being and you can gain mastery. Then you will be able to relate to things as they really are, and not as they remind you of. Watch the flames undulate without heat, without consuming anything. They just exist. Watch them closely. Allow them to penetrate your mind and heart. See them become your torch in the darkness. Now listen closely. In the words of the great ascended master, Kuthumi, quote, I then would teach you of kindness, of softness in speech, of lightness in heart, of joy of being, of music of the spheres that passes through your bloodstream, your cells, your atoms. Rejoice in the love of God, and you will attract to yourself ideas, inventions, teachings, and understanding. You will become more patient with yourself and others. Thus I counsel you, beloved, when the threefold flame is balanced, you ought to be making accelerated strides and increasing power, as though the first three of the Elohim were standing beside you and guiding you. When you simply double the size of the threefold flame, which in many is 1/4 of an inch in height, you double that to 1/2 an inch, and you increase exponentially the power of your being. It costs you very little to give of yourselves to others. It costs nothing to empty yourself, for God fills you again. Visualize the increase as rings on a tree. Visualize the increase as expansion of consciousness, limitless mind of the Buddha, and limitless wisdom. Unquote. He paused for a moment, then said, Look around some more. Behold all the colors and sounds of your heart space. Open your heart to all life. Feel your love for all life. Inhale all your love and exhale all your love to all life. Open your physical eyes now. You have received my gift for you. Ponder these things as you climb my stairs that are decorated with the moon, surrounded with peridot, and perfumed with mountain heather. The peridot gem is the stone of compassion and peace in relationships. It can inspire eloquence and creativity. The heather flowers are for hardiness and continued good fortune on your travels. My fireflies will guide you forward. They are known as Creator's little angels of truth. They are a source of enlightenment by providing light where there is darkness. My blessing to you is a heightened state of awareness of not only yourself, but of all around you. Many blessings. We thanked him for his hospitality and gifts. He then guided us to his stairs and took his leave, returning to his aloneness and isolation. We followed his fireflies up the stairs. Oddly enough, because I never thought they could, I thought I heard them humming to themselves. They made me smile to myself. Ina Iekia noticed my silence and asked me about it. Well, I said, I feel different. I remember closing my eyes and looking down inside of myself and seeing nothing but darkness, but now, when I look inside myself, I see a lot of light. I feel so much better, like I'm, excuse the impression, lighter and brighter. Is that possible? She nodded as she smiled. I also noticed the design in front of Ina Iekia's top was the same as the door of my heart space that the sage told me was known as the flower of life. I'm starting to put things together, but the whole is still elusive. I started to hum along with the fireflies with a smile of my own stretching from ear to ear.